guess I'll be the first woman to say the internet would never convince me that I am not loved. They would never convince me that black men do not stand up for black women. I don't care what y'all use y'all platform as. I don't care what the algorithm keep trying to show me. I don't care what goes on in real life. I know who supports me 10 toes down. I know the people that I call on.
You know, I find it weird when black women get in my comment section and y'all say, well, we've been leading the household for so long. The men have left us to pray and they have just forced us to be the leaders of the household. Yes, you have been a leader, but has it been productive? That is the issue that a lot of black women seem to forget.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside.
The crazy thing is, the last time I started this much of an uproar was on Facebook, and that's when I told people that I liked plus size men. I like teddy bears.
Some house cleaning before we get started. For those who've been rocking with me from day one, I appreciate the support. For those who may be new here, coming in or out the door from me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. Every bit of your engagement absolutely helps promote me into the YouTube algorithm. I thank y'all for the support. Now let's get to it. Drop the video. Let's go.
I guess I'll be the first woman to say the internet would never convince me that I am not loved. They would never convince me that black men do not stand up for black women. I don't care what y'all use y'all platform as. I don't care what the fuck the algorithm keep trying to show me. I don't care what goes on in real life. I know who supports me 10 toes down. I know the people that I call on. I know what love feels like because of these people. I know what love looks like because of these people. I know what protection looks like and feels like. I know what security looks like and feels like. You get what I'm saying? Y'all would never convince me. Y'all get on this bitch and y'all talk out y'all ass. Black men love women. They love black women in real life. Not these bitches on the internet. I ain't got time for y'all. I ain't speaking for all y'all. How y'all say don't speak for all men? This is a conversation where I'm not speaking for all men. But the man in my life, you bitches don't never have the power to convince me that shit ain't real. And I hate when I get on here and I talk about how I'm loved or how people appreciate me or how I appreciate them and how we go about our ways, and even other black women to get on here and be like, oh, well, they wouldn't do it for you. I just clearly told you they would. Like, love really exists. Y'all probably need to log off and go hug a tree, talk to your friends in real life, but love really exists. Get the fuck off the internet, though.
Look, she's right. The Misandrys online will have everyone believe that black men and black women out here in the streets beating each other about the head, spitting in each other's faces, and can't stand one another. But in reality, that's just not what's going on. There are a lot of black men and black women with issues, sure, but black relationships are some of the strongest relationships I've ever seen, especially when they're healthy, whole, and happy, right? So what happens a lot of times with the misandrous on social media, they're hurt women, they're embittered women. They strike out on the dating market. They've had very traumatic or terrible experiences in relationships by their own volitions and choosing, by the way, because no one can force you in a relationship that you don't want to be in. So instead of them taking accountability, finding out what's wrong with them and getting themselves fixed by being therapized and going to therapy, to realize that they are picking the people who are messing up their lives because there's something going on internally within them. Instead of taking that accountability, being the adult and realizing that you're attracting what you are. So you need to fix yourself so you can get someone healthy and whole into your life by you being healthy and whole. They were to get on the internet, on the social media, all over social media, TikTok in particular, and just spew this hatred for black men, spew this hatred against black love, spew this hatred where they say that the whole black community needs to be bombarded to get rid of black men so they don't have to experience the hurt from a bad relationship, the trauma from a bad relationship. But guess what? You can go to another community. You can leave black men completely alone. But until you fix yourself, no matter where you go, you're the problem. And this is the issue with a lot of them not taking accountability for their own internal work. If you are in fact broken, that's what you're going to attract. Bottom line.
You know, I find it weird when black women get in my comment section and y'all say, well, we've been leading the household for so long. The men have left us to pray and they have just forced us to be the leaders of the household. Yes, you have been a leader, but has it been productive? That is the issue that a lot of black women seem to forget. Just because you can lead a family does not mean that you are leading them to productivity, because the outcome of your adult children will show your lack of leadership. The black community has not grown or developed because black black women have not led it anywhere but to an emotional state, which means is that now men want to be emotional and now they're depending on the system to support them when it is our job to support ourselves. But an emotional black woman is never going to be able to see that because you need focus, you need logic, and you need very much discipline, which that does not come from a black woman, clearly. Because if it did, we would be much further because the black woman has been leading the household for how long? I will wait.
Look, let me say this. If you find a well adjusted, healthy, whole person, they came from a very healthy, intact family structure. Families, I should say, are the key to success when we're talking about people being productive citizens, whole, healthy, and can produce a legacy that perpetuates that reflection. A lot of times in the black community, black women love to tout matriarchal supremacy, right? That the black women are heads of household. The black woman is the one pushing the community forward. But then when we actually take a hard line look at the community, and in particular black children, how well they're doing, and I'm not just talking about black girls, black boys, then we see that it's not so good. And we can't help but to point the finger back at black women. And this is when they get on social media and whine and complain that they're being bashed. But you cannot have it both ways. You cannot tout you are exactly responsible for the good, but you're not responsible for the bad. So you can't have it that way. You can't, when something goes right in the black community, say, well, that's black women, that's black girl magic. But when we see all the bad things, you say, well, it's the black man, he's absent and blah, blah, this. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot take the good and only want to celebrate the good, but place blame on someone else for the bad. And this is why the black community is in shambles, because we have women leading majority of the households. Whether the black father is taking care of his kids or not, those mothers are still single mothers leading their own households. And women are making decisions out of emotion. This election, this coming election, I should say, highlights a lot of the emotional nonsense that black women are facilitating in their households. They want you to invest in an emotional platitude to put a quote unquote black woman in the White House as the chief and commander, right? But is she qualified? Is she qualified? And they say, don't mind that. Don't pay any attention to that. Never mind that. We should focus on the fact of getting a black woman into the White House as the commander in chief. But I ask this question. If black women have utterly destroyed the black community through their leadership, why should we put this quote unquote black woman as the head of the country? I'm just asking from a logical standpoint, because if we take the example of the black community as black women's excellence of leadership, then what can we expect of Kamala in the White House? Did y'all think about that? I guess not.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing. That's the company I work at. Hoeing. 304 shit. 304. Chicago hoe shit. Yeah.
But she said it, 304 shit. At least she's honest. If you're ever in Chicago and you looking for her on the nearest street coming to you, she's out there, she's selling box. She's 304ing. Like she said, she's straight up about her business. She ain't making no qualms about selling box, right? And I'm pretty sure she is a lady of the evening, a lady of the night. And I don't know who she was speaking to on this video. Maybe people that come to her page and accuse her of selling box. And she's like, yeah, I sell box. At least she's honest, right? At least she's honest. She has that box for sale. And if you have the funds, you can have that box. She said it, 304 shit. She's about her business. I wish a lot of you would be honest, right? A lot of you ladies are actually doing what she does, but you want to make it pretty, right? You don't want to be a streetwalker. You don't want to be an escort. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be honest about it, but you're selling box in some shape, form, or fashion. You just don't want to be labeled as a 304. At least she's honest. At least she's standing in her shit.
The crazy thing is, the last time I started this much of an uproar was on Facebook, and that's when I told people that I liked plus size men. I liked teddy bears. And everybody had a fit with that. Everybody had a problem. Like, you look too pretty to be with a geek or a plus size guy. Why do looks matter so much to people? I don't understand it. That's why when somebody tells me 12 times a day, you're so beautiful, guess what? They get blocked. Because why are you so focused on what I look like? That bothers me.
Look, at the end of the day, I think some of the stuff she was saying was disingenuous. Like, looks matter, but you also get to like what you like. If you like plus size guys, teddy bears, or whatever you call them, do your thing. Hey, stand on business. You can like whatever man you choose. And if other people have a problem with what you like, F them. They don't have to live your life. They're not in your household. They're not paying your bills. They don't matter in the long run when it comes to what you like. In the long run, right? That's your preference. And if you have a preference for plus size kings, hey, do your thing, ma. Nobody's mad at you. I am definitely not mad at you for liking what you like. I encourage everyone to actually stand in their shit and like what you like. It's nothing wrong with you liking a plus size guy. The only thing I would say is his health is an issue, right? Whenever you're overweight, your health is going to be an issue. I've struggled with my weight. I've gotten my weight down quite considerably. So I understand what it is to be overweight. But you have to take that in consideration. You have to be a little wary of the weight. You have to understand that you might like a plus size king, nothing wrong with that. But you also got to understand that there are some bad things that come with that king being plus size. And his health is one of those things. And if you're okay with that, if you're okay with, taking care of someone when they're down bad with their health, then I say by all means, congratulations, young lady. Like what you like. You're free to date. You're free to be in a relationship with whomever you choose. And no one should give you any flack about it. This is your life. Live it how you want. That's all I got, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Get it cracking in the comments. I'll catch y'all in the credits. 2 fingers. Peace. I'm out. See y'all in the next one.
Like Jesus.